industries. The next one is very interesting. It's called Always Legit, which has to do with the fact that we always want to buy legitimate items. It's going to be presented by Howie Schwartz, and this is an exclusive product and proposition. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So Always Legit is a blockchain secured sneaker marketplace, and it's not for any sneaker. It's for what we consider an investment grade sneaker. So if anyone knows what these are, it's maybe hard to see. These are the Jordan 1 bands from 2016. Anyone want to guess what these cost new? Anyone? How much? Close, $1,000 USD. 18 months ago, these were about $400 USD. So that's what happens in the sneaker market today. So let's talk about how we're turning this into an emerging asset class that is actually investable. So what we do is we secure in our vault that's climate controlled and insured investment grade sneakers. And we tokenize those sneakers, and we allow investors to trade them as NFTs that why they remain in our custody. So the advantage is you actually do not have to ship them. You do not have to box them up. You do not have to re-authenticate them. And authentication is one of the biggest challenges in the sneaker market today. So the problem in sneaker reselling is actually a $10 billion market. So a lot of people today think about sneakers as a hobby, as collectibles, but it's actually a $10 billion market that's projected to grow to $30 billion by Cowen & Company over the next few years. So as I mentioned, authenticity is one of the biggest issues. So there's actually billions of dollars in fakes in sneakers today. So if you look online, approximately 50% of every other listing actually can be fake. Limited liquidity. For each buy and sell transaction, it's approximately 10 days to purchase a sneaker, and then when you want to resell it, it's going to take you another 10 days to ship it and get it re-authenticated. There's very, very high transaction fees, both on the buy and the sell side, which really limits liquidity. And finally, it has a terrible carbon footprint. The sneakers are shipped all around the world, lots of cardboard, and again, they have to be authenticated each and every time. So what Always Legit does is we're actually making this, again, an investable asset as an emerging asset class. So authenticity, we authenticate sneakers once, and they remain in our custody, and that really limits the fees and the need to ship, and again, to re-authenticate the sneaker each and every time. It increases liquidity, because the sneakers can actually be traded in real time, just like an NFT, and again, it's representing the physical sneaker in our secured custody. The transaction fees are much lower, as again, we don't have to continue shipping, and we only do the authentication once instead of each time there's a sale. And the carbon footprint is much, much friendlier, and again, it's getting rid of all of the cardboard and all of the shipping in and out. So as I mentioned, the sneaker resale market today, the secondary market, is $10 billion, scaling to $30 billion. And we're solving the industry issues of authenticity, liquidity, and trust by, again, taking the sneakers into physical custody and issuing the NFTs. We've completed the build-out today. We actually have 1,000 paying customers. We've done $500,000 in sales and well over 3,000 transactions. So the marketplace is live, running, and the next step for us is actually taking this on-chain. So we've done this in more of a centralized way, and the next stage is actually taking this on-chain. We also have the right team with the youth culture. So I'm the old guy in the company. My co-CEO is actually my son, who's 17 years old, who's actually already sold over $2 million in sneakers. And again, it's the right market, the right team, and we believe at the right time. So the market size is really very interesting for those who are not aware. And this was the cover of Bloomberg a few months ago. So they talked about it's not a shoe, it's actually an asset class. So again, this is scaling to $30 billion. And sneakers is an emerging asset class we can think about like art or fine wine, where you'll earn illiquidity premiums. It provides diversification. It's non-correlated with traditional assets, which is very important. And there's favorable risk-reward characteristics. So in the competition, the largest player, and it was the first unicorn in the space, it's StockX. They were valued at almost $4 billion recently. They're on track to file to go public this year. And they have 200 million buyers and sellers in 200 countries. So it truly is a global opportunity. Goat is the second largest company, also almost a $4 billion valuation. Stadium Goods was acquired about 2 years ago by Farfetch for $250 million. And eBay, which is obviously the largest marketplace in the industry, actually sells over 6 million sneakers annually. They have a significant issue, though, where 50% of their listings were fake. And that's why now they've actually just started to authenticate. So our product is really an asset-backed blockchain that allows you to trade with very, very low fees. So we take in a sneaker, we authenticate it, we photograph it, we take videos of the authentication process, we record that on chain, we mint a token, and then we allow investors to place bids and asks, and again, trade the NFT that is representing the physical sneaker that remains in our custody. And the NFT can be redeemed for the physical sneaker. So at the end of the trading period, if someone would actually like to remove the sneaker from custody, they can redeem it, and we actually will ship them the authenticated sneaker. And the next step is to build towards decentralized finance, which will allow lending and borrowing. So we actually look at sneakers as a financial product. So the business model, we actually charge transaction fees on the buy and sell side. We charge a very low 1% to buyer and seller. And this is compared to 13%, which is the average fee on other marketplaces. And the reason why they have to charge so much is that they're shipping each time and they're re-authenticating the project each time. We also charge a custody fee for lockering and securing the sneakers. So our average unit sale price today is about $240. We project that's going to scale to $400 plus as we start to bring this on chain. And the average sneaker today within a year can resell about 7 times. In our marketplace, it could resell hundreds of times. Because again, it remains in our physical custody and we're just trading, and the investors are just trading the NFTs that represent it. And we have a monthly subscription model. So today we actually have over 1,000 members that pay a monthly recurring fee to Always Legit. So what's very interesting is the unit economics. So we look at kind of one sneaker versus our goal is custodying 100,000 sneakers. So today we have about 600 sneakers in custody, and that's scaling. So at 100,000 sneakers, that would be a market value of about $40 million. And then there'll be about 3.6 million trades per year, and that would generate significant revenue for our company, and again, at a much higher margin than other marketplaces that have to deal with all of the reshipping and all of the re-authentication process. So our team is a mix of, again, youth culture, which is not me. So my background's actually in the early stage venture space. I've had 2 successful exits from venture-backed companies in the advertising technology and marketplace space. My son, who's our co-founder, is a top sneaker reseller in the New York area. He's sold over $2 million of sneakers starting when he was 13. He's 17 now. He sells to Travis Scott, Shaq West, NBA players. So it's pretty interesting kind of what the market opportunities are. Head of operations is Josh Davidson. He's an early NFT investor in both Bored Ape Yacht Club, if you're familiar with, and NBA Top Shot. Matt Malkoff is our general counsel, and he was the previous general counsel for Kobe Bryant before he passed away, and also now for Pleaser DAO, if anyone's familiar with that firm. And Chris Paradis heads up our brand marketing, and Michael Maloney, who started the blockchain practice at EY, he was the co-founder of Galaxy Digital, and most recently the CFO of CoinMint is our advisor. So again, what we do is we custody physical sneakers, and we allow you to trade them as NFTs. So if anyone has any questions, I'm available afterwards. I have summaries if anyone wants to take a look at it. If anyone wants to give any stickers for a sneaker resale company to their kids, I have stickers too. Yes, question? Sure, so the sneakers are actually physically custodied in the United States, in Connecticut today, but actually the next step is actually in Delaware, which is a tax-free port. And it allows investors to trade internationally, but the sneakers are actually physically custodied in the United States and insured. So timing-wise, we probably wouldn't have enough time to launch an Expo 2020, but I mean, we're very interested in this region. So if we take a quick walk to the Dubai Mall, you're going to see multiple sneaker stores. You'll see concepts here. So this is actually a market and a region that we're very interested in. Actually, sneaker reselling in Asia is actually about 3 times the size of the US market. So we see significant opportunities here. Great. Thank you, everyone. Again, if anyone has any questions, or I have stickers for your kids, and I have summaries and cards if anyone wants to speak afterwards. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Wow, Howie, that was a very interesting presentation. I went to school in Oregon State for many years, and I have many sneakers. Had I known you before, I will be a multi-billionaire today. So